Welcome to Acquired Taste Podcast. We are back. It's your boy Dirty D.
It's your boy Tech Daddy.
It's Queen Bee.
Come on down.
Okay.
All
All right.
Full lineup right there.
Yeah, we got the full lineup back for the first time this year. We're only in February.
Yep.
Well, minus John. He's not dead.
Well, that's true. Yeah. John's still serving his country, our country, and he hasn't been here in a while. It's been a minute since he's been on a podcast, actually.
Yeah, it has been. A while.
November?
Sure, we'll go with that.
I think, or maybe that's when he announced that he was leaving. Yeah, it was pre-Christmas. I know that.
Sure.
Yeah,
We'll go with that. I thought.
He's the only one of us who has valid reasons.
Yeah, who knows?
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
He could still phone it in. Fuck him.
I mean, honestly, though, like
Live from Washington, D.C.
Yeah. I mean, there is a way for that to happen. I just would have to. He would have to call. Like, if we had like a Discord channel or something, we could get him in and I could run the audio through here. There is a way to put him on the podcast.
Well, we did find out the answer is not holding up the phone or holding the phone up to the microphone like when DJ called me back at one time.
Like, did I see on the street? No? Huh. Well, this is awkward. Oh, man. Anyways, welcome to Acquired Taste Podcast. If you're new, we are a history, mystery, and music-based podcast. We are the serious history, unserious host is the tagline we've been using here for a little bit. So, we're going to keep rolling, keep moving with that. I like it. Oh, yeah. That's right. It's on our
flag.
On our flag that I just hung over a window because
I'm blocking half of it, but
I live in Northwest Indiana and we're not that cultured. It's fine.
The only thing they know is that there's unserious hosts here because of DJ being in the way. They don't know about the serious history.
Or it's just unserious hoes. It's fine. So yeah, if you're new, we do about 15 minutes of banter in the beginning of every episode, just kind of get us a little bit loosened up. Get us in the flow of things. So we're going to get into that here in a little bit. Then you get to the topic. So if you want to fast forward, you can, or you could just stick around and hear us just bullshit for a little bit. If you're a return listener, we appreciate sticking with us. We are now in year 4. Don't you worry, we're going to be doing, this year we actually will be having a party this year for our anniversary. So stay tuned for that. Of course, we're doing a beer again with Florida Local. Got to work on that. But we'll have an announcement for that a little bit later on in the year. As I said, it's only February. If you're a returning listener, you will also remember that we used to do an episode every week. We are not doing that for the foreseeable future because we have lives, jobs, and other responsibilities that are going to keep us kind of away. So, but it's fine. Anyway, bi-weekly for now, you'll be fine. You'll get used to it. Hopefully the quality's better. Hopefully like what we're still talking about. Hopefully you're already giving us a follow because we could always use more followers on all of the media, social, and listening. Anyway, if you made it that far through that rant that I don't rehearse at all.
And if you guys follow us on Patreon, the more people that follow us on Patreon, the closer we get to being able to quit our jobs and do this full time. And then we can post an episode every week.
Oh, we might even do more than one a week, actually. If this was my job.
Yeah, if I could work like half-time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then do the other podcasting, that'd be cool.
Yeah, pretty tight.
There'd be a lot of things happening.
Yeah, right. But yeah, so as per usual, though, we appreciate all your support, love that you've given us all these years. As per usual, get your forehead kisses. There you go.
You guys weren't synced up at all.
It's been a while.
It's a little wild.
Yeah. Got a little sloppy there for a minute.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been a while since we've done that, though. I think that's of course the first one of the year, but it's been a minute.
Yeah,
I mean, B, you haven't been on an episode in.
It's been a while. It's been a while. I've had a lot going on. I've been moving. I bought a house, and
another one.
Buying, selling, wheeling, and dealing.
Right.
Moving is like one of the most stressful things on the planet. I swear, especially when you have as much crap as I do, because I have all my crap, and then I also have all my mom's crap, and it's just too much crap.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Oh yeah, it's everywhere.
Yeah,
as far as I can see.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Also, I forgot to mention that we're doing a little bit different with our recording today too. So if you're looking at the podcast on YouTube, you'll see that we're actually split in half now. So we have 2 cameras instead of just the one. We're going to try it out, see how it works. I also just realized that we left that light on, which we never do.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh.
I guess I should
Should we
fucking
turn it off? I noticed that our on-air sign is not on.
The plug's behind you.
Oh, no.
All sorts of out of practice.
Oh, yeah, we're just all out of source, really. It's pretty bad. Oh, I thought you were going to move, so I turned I muted you, so. It should be right behind you. It should be like a plug on the floor that goes into an outlet, or maybe a switch. I don't know. I don't sit over there. There we go.
We're
Nailed
officially
it.
on the air now.
Got it.
There we go. Nailed it.
If the IRS is listening, the first 10 minutes don't count.
Yeah, that's for funsies. Yeah, we were sitting here, just shooting the shit for a minute and not doing any of the initial setup because we haven't seen each other in a while either. So
Yeah, we were like catching up.
So much has happened.
Yeah.
So much has happened because I haven't seen B. I've seen you in 3 months at least.
Yeah. It's been a while.
4 months maybe.
It's been quite a while. I appreciate you guys giving me time to get my life together.
I mean, it's still not, but
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
still
the
not
holidays were kind of wild, and then immediately after the holidays was when I got possession of my house, my new house. So I was just immediately like in it and packing and moving and working also at the same time. And I
right,
have 4 cats now, and
right.
that's been kind of wild. I can't even. How do people with kids do anything? I could never.
I don't know.
I could never. I don't understand.
Nope. Shout out to them. If you're a parent listening to us, you're doing a job that
Yeah, props.
we don't know how y'all do it. So, but somebody has to. Thanks. It can't be us.
Yep.
Yeah.
God, imagine us with children.
Oh no.
Imagine Ben with a child.
Oh boy.
Hey, I'm the one I feel the best about.
All right, first and foremost, fuck you. That's fine. That's okay. That's okay. Anyways, so what's our icebreaker question for today, Deej?
What's the worst injury you guys have ever had?
I locked my thumb in a car door.
Oh, those are the best right there.
Oh.
How old were you?
I was like 12.
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah.
That's my favorite thing. Just the other day, Katie's kid, Lily, was in the fridge, and she was trying to close the bottom drawer. That's where we keep, like, all her juices and stuff. And I'm like, you got to push it hard. And she, like, grips the drawer and shuts it.
No.
Probably her first time she's ever experienced that.
Oh,
And I got to witness it.
no.
I was like, yes. Yes.
I was a little concerned that this started with, that's my favorite. Have you seen Misery, DJ? What
Yeah, right.
is wrong with you?
I live in it. You know,
Got Kathy Bates over
as
here.
I live and breathe. You know? I haven't done that in a while. But did you
Yeah.
get stuck? Like, did somebody have to open the door for you?
Yeah, it was locked. So like it was I was with my mom's ex-husband.
Your
and
level of excitement is so concerning.
It really is.
Like, I wish you could see his face from our
I can
angle.
feel it.
He's loving this.
Okay, so I say this because when I witnessed it, like, there was like a delay for the pain.
Oh, there is a delay.
Oh, sure.
It was like a kind of like,
100%.
Yeah.
So okay, so I was
you know,
my mom had gone to Florida with my aunt. So this was like the first time that she was leaving me alone with her ex-husband for an extended period of time.
That makes it funnier.
Yes. And of course this happens. So he brought me to the grocery store, and we're getting out of the car, and I shut the door behind me, and I'm walking, and I just couldn't, like, it felt like I had my coat caught in the door or something.
oh no.
And I turn around and I look, and my thumb is in the car door, and I look at it for a second, and then I just start screaming. And he like whips around. He's like, "What's the matter? What happened?" And he's like yelling at me, and I'm trying to open the door, and it's locked. And I'm like, "Open the door!" And he's like, "I'm trying." And we're just screaming at each other. And then I got in the car, and he's like trying to drive. I ended up having to go to the hospital because my thumb was broken. But he didn't know how serious it was, so he just drove back home. And I'm sitting there in the back seat, and I had a hat on, and I pulled my hat off because there was just so much blood coming out of my thumb.
Ooh, shit.
And it like filled up my hat.
And he was just taking you home?
Yes. And I got out of the car, and I was like, what do I do with all this blood?
You're like, excuse me.
Yeah. And then he like, I go up to the
Excuse
sink.
me, adult?
And he grabs my hand, and like puts the water on full blast in the sink and then just shoves my thumb underneath it. And then I really started feeling I didn't feel pain until then.
It's a typical dad move.
Yeah.
See, my dad would have done that, but with rubbing alcohol.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
That would have been
sure.
his first move, you know.
At least that's performing a function. This is doing nothing.
Yeah.
I want to see the damage first.
You're just moving it around.
So he ended up calling my grandparents because he had no idea what to do. So my grandparents came over and they were like, yeah, she needs to go to the hospital.
Yeah, you can't super glue this
No.
back together.
Yeah.
After knowing
Stating the
your mother's ex-husband, I can
fucking
picture
obvious.
this entire thing.
Yes. Yeah.
There's no part of me that's surprised by
It's
this.
not even
No,
a
not at
comedy
all.
of errors.
Not
It's just
at all.
errors.
Yeah.
It's just this
It
guy's
was
an
just-
idiot.
It was just bad. He should never have been in charge of a child.
Yeah, it's,
Uh,
early 2000s
Yeah.
childhood, you know.
Yep.
Jeez.
The last of the brave generation, I think.
Yeah. I'm amazed.
Yeah.
I'm just amazed.
But yeah,
Yeah.
that was
Blood's kind of a universal indicator.
Yeah, I mean,
or
there was
the amount of is
there
really
was
what
a
I mean.
lot of it.
See, you had like 9 fucking sets of parents though, so like they took
Oh,
care of you.
Yeah,
That's
only
true.
one that raised me.
Yeah, you're like the rest of us.
Because that's
Get used
like
to it.
when she's telling me that, I'm like, oh yeah, my dad would have done the same thing.
Yeah.
Well,
He would have yelled at me.
Oh,
He
yeah.
would have like took me home. He would have waited till like somebody told him
Mhm.
like, what the fuck are you doing? And then he would have yelled at that person
Yeah.
and got mad at everybody
Yes.
and then took me and then
See, I was
bitched about
the
paying
reason
for
that
it.
I took my hat off to put it under my thumb was because I saw that I was bleeding and I was like, oh my God, I can't get blood on the back seat. He's going to kill me.
Mhm.
My dad would have had the windows up and smoking a fucking Winston Red the whole
Yeah.
time. Like on the way home.
I can smell that image.
Yeah.
Winston's.
Oh, the 90s.
Yep.
Good
All
stuff.
right, Ben, you want to go next or
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, mine's a little bit of a story too. But, yeah, back when I was young, I went camping with a friend of mine and his family. Making the story as short as I can. Went down a hill. This was down in Tippecanoe. Went down a hill on a bike. It was my bike, but it was not meant for that kind of thing. Like my buddy had a mountain bike, and yeah, mine just wasn't. And
Yours like had a little basket and a bell.
and basically, I hit when I hit the bike path on the way down the hill. I went over the bike because the tires weren't big enough. There was no suspension on it. The bike stopped. I kept going.
Yeah.
And I dragged across the pavement on my right side, felt nothing. And my buddy's mom just happened to be coming down that path at the same time. And I stand up, dust myself off, and I just hear her scream, "Look at your leg!" and I look down and
Lieutenant Dan?
and I look down and there is blood everywhere.
Oh,
So
man.
I had to go to the ER down there, and also doubles as a hair cuttery. But no, I mean, yeah, out in the sticks and everything. But you know, it was close to night, and it was the weekend. It was holiday weekend, and so get there. There's just nurses, and it's the funniest part of the story is I'm sitting there or laying there rather, and waiting for this doctor to come in, and in walks this guy, regular clothes, you know, this and the other, and he starts picking up stuff. And everything. I'm looking at him. I call him, to this day, I call him Dr. Eddie Bauer because he's wearing an Eddie Bauer t-shirt. And he starts picking stuff up. And I'm like, who are you? I'm the doctor. Where's your coat? And,
Says who?
yeah. and at this,
Let me see some ID.
and well, at this point, I'm like really just fuming mad because they've hit me with about 3 or 4 shots directly into my shin.
Mm.
And because that's where the impact was. It was there in my elbow.
Mhm.
And they hit me with like 3 or 4 shots right into the bone, and I got 10 stitches in my shin, and if I remember, I had 3 in my elbow from that. And if you feel that part of my shin to this day, it still feels like plastic where it healed.
My thumb is still fucked up to
Yeah.
this day. Like my nail on my thumb does not grow properly. So like this, like if I grow my nails out, like they're really short right now, but like this nail will be like this long and this one will still be the same length.
Mm.
Like it's bizarre.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the story of Dr. Eddie Bauer. That's
Nice.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Nice.
Interesting.
I'm trying to think if I have one in particular. I mean, you guys have known me for a while. I've had like some really weird injuries in my entire life, like a lot.
Yeah.
I've been on fire way too many times for a person with a desk job.
Yeah.
Like,
I keep hearing about this, and I still don't know.
Well, that's what's hard about mine. Like, I got a ton of them. Somehow I've never broken a bone.
I've never.
Knock on wood.
Well,
I've
I
got a
guess
few
I broke,
hairlines,
I broke
but-
my thumb. That was the only.
I've got a ton of
bone
them.
I've
It's
ever
just that's
broken.
the only one that's like funny.
well, I have
Yeah.
a few hairline fractures. Like there
Yeah.
was one in my ankle from when I was younger, but nothing that really, nothing completely broken. But I was trying to like, 'cause I have a fake tooth in my mouth from when that got knocked out. I have, the 16 stitches that were in my chin from, another incident. But like, I'm trying to think of like the worst one.
Mm.
And I want to say the car accident was pretty bad. So in my driving career, I've actually never been in an accident while I was driving. I've hit 2 parked cars in my life while I was driving.
Mhm.
But other than that, I've never like been in an actual accident while I've been driving. My mother, on the other hand, though, the opposite story. So I was heading home, and I was on 47th and Broadway, by where I grew up at, and in Gary, and I wasn't feeling well that day. So back like in the day where your car had like the automatic seat belt that came up.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know, so I was laying back. I had the seat back down. I had my head against the passenger side rear door. Yeah, I was laying down. I wasn't feeling that well, so I was laying down. And she was turning left on 47th, and the light was turning yellow to red. So the usual thing, like, okay, the car is going left. You used to slow down and let the car go. Typically speaking, this dude did not do that. He sped up trying to beat the light.
No.
So my mom went, he went, and
Aw.
car accident ensued.
No.
But he had hit the door my head was on.
Oh.
So like direct impact to that door. So my head went from one side of the car to the other side of the car, denting that door,
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
shattering the window, of course, on that side of the car. The car was totaled after that, of course. But
Yeah.
so I get up, I'll walk out of the car because, whatever. So I'm like, oh, that was unfortunate, whatever. I forgot how old I was. But I never
Probably because of the impact.
that could have, yep, either that, years of aggressive drug use. I don't fucking know, man. Like, I couldn't tell you. I've been hit in the head by a lot of things.
Got hit by a car. I don't know how old I am.
Car, trees. Got hit in the head with a toilet once. Anyways, a lot of stuff happens up there, man. It's not good. Not good. And then the years of recreational drug use. Anyways, in my youth, of course. But anyways,
Not anymore.
yeah, not anymore. Hey, you never know. I don't, but still.
For any recruiters listening.
Exactly. There it is. But I whatever. I
Yeah,
don't.
no, I know.
Yeah. Anyways,
Stay in school.
so yeah, dude, that dare lion is disappointed with all of us. It's bad. Anywho, but what made me think about the story was what you guys were talking about with your parents, because again, same thing with my folks.
Mhm.
We were poor as fuck too, though. So I remember the ambulance, of course, comes, and I'm sitting in the back of it, they're checking me out, whatever. They're like, he probably has a concussion. Like I wonder why. But it probably has a concussion. I got out of the car, fine. But I
A
immediately
whole ass luminant just parked in him.
still wasn't enough. Yeah, still wasn't
Your
enough.
pupils are like 2 different sizes. You're like,
Yes, the horrors persist, but so do I. So, anyways, I get out of the car, fucking barf immediately. So, like, yeah, it's probably a concussion. There's a good chance
mhm.
the boys can toost. But I was thinking in my head, like, man, we can't afford for me to go to the hospital. I'll walk it off. It's fine.
You're like, I'll get my vision back eventually.
Never did. Never did.
That was the day.
I started
Look at
wearing
his glasses.
Aaron used to have a longer face.
He used to have 20/20 vision.
Yeah, right. It's fucking bullshit.
Yeah, that reminded me that I actually my mom's ex-husband used to have a Firebird, and I was 4 years old, and he put me in the back seat, no car seat, nothing. Didn't shut the door, expected me, a 4-year-old, to shut the door myself. I fell out of his car.
I just remembered I grabbed a soldering iron by the business end when I was,
nice.
when I was 5.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Full hand.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Talking
I've done.
about.
I've grabbed a cast iron pan
Oh.
handle before.
Mm.
That
Ooh.
sucks.
Oh, yeah. That's not good.
I'm gonna go with my worst childhood injury,
Okay.
just because it's probably funnier. So like when me and my brother were kids, it was like watch wrestling, and we would just reenact wrestling moves
These
on
are
each
the good
other.
ones.
You know, and so like when Goldberg came out, the spear was like
Oh yeah.
the move. So what me and Tony would do is I would hold like 3 pillows against my stomach, and he would be like at the other side of the house,
Oh,
and he would just
God.
full blast run and spear me. And we would put pillows behind, like
Yeah.
wherever we thought we might land.
Mhm.
So far, the thing I dislike about this story the most is that there's an I or an E in your pillows. But
Oh, pillow.
yeah.
continue.
We had to experiment because we were like, we're gonna work our way down. We're gonna start with a bunch, and then we were like, okay, I could like it was like 2 pillows. Let's do that.
I don't think
know?
you're understanding my
Wait a
objection.
minute.
No,
Say
no.
what? What's the?
Oh, he's saying the way I'm saying it.
Yes.
I gotcha.
Or
Yeah.
What's
are
the-
you concussed?
Don't worry about that.
what's the like juice that comes out of a cow?
Milk.
That's disgusting. That's the most disgusting way to describe milk.
Wait, but
What
you
are you
said-
doing? I'm juicing the cows.
Pillows.
But you said milk. You said milk. Fine.
Milk.
Yeah.
Pillows. Milk.
Yeah. You're saying
Yeah,
it
now
fine.
you're saying it.
Well, you put me on the spot now. I'm nervous.
The microphone put you on the spot. You put yourself on the spot.
This podcast. Is
No, Melina.
exposing all the
Melina
flaws.
says them both wrong, and if you call her out on it, she will double down.
Well, no.
That's hilarious. But so we were taking turns back and forth, and Tony laid the final blow because he speared me so hard with a double pillow that I went into the wall
There it is.
behind me and cracked the wall, and then a nail went into my back
Oh.
that was in a 2x4 that just wasn't
No.
hammered in right.
Jeez.
It was just like I
No.
felt it like come in, and like Tony immediately was like,
Shh. You were impaled.
Don't tell mom.
like hold
Don't tell
on,
mom.
hold on, don't make a fucking noise yet. Let's see what's going on.
He's got his hand over
Because
your
I
mouth.
couldn't just like get up. I couldn't like.
You're stuck there.
Yeah, hammered into the wall. Jeez.
Yeah, that
You
was.
know, I
that
You
was
got
funny.
shish kebabbed.
Yeah,
you know,
literally.
real quick. I actually have a nail one also that I'm probably lucky I'm alive. Because when I was real young, I was climbing up a banister. Yeah, the same way you climb up a rope, hands first. You clamp with your legs. You know, hands.
boy.
And then
Mhm.
I clamped. Obviously, I'm 3, 4, something like that. I don't know what a femoral artery is, but it's still in my thigh.
Mhm.
And I clamped down on the head of a nail, not the sharp end, but the head,
Ooh.
and it went
A
in.
rusty
and,
one too.
And then I don't remember this part. My mom tells me about it, but I like ran to the couch and just like did one of these, and just didn't say anything. And
Yeah.
at first, I mean, I don't know how close I was to hitting an artery
Yeah.
and everything, but the chances were greater than zero.
Yeah.
You had
know,
to gather
I-
your thoughts before you made a move.
Yeah, well, I didn't have any
That-
thoughts.
that
I was just
thing-
trying to not be in trouble. And I
That
was
thing
young,
that kids do when they know something is wrong, but
Yeah.
they don't know how to verbalize it, so they're just like,
but you also don't really know the importance of blood or what it is, or just like this is just I fucked up and I hit on the couch,
yeah.
and my mom found it, and they rushed me to the doctor or the hospital or whatever.
My dad would have been like, "You better not be bleeding over there."
Yeah.
Right, bleed on my damn couch. That's why we have plastic on our shit.
I used to get hurt all the time. Like I would just fall or like hit my head on something, and I would cry, and my mom would be like, "Are you bleeding?" And I'd be like, "No." And she'd be like, "Then you're fine."
Yeah.
Ah, yes, good
Mm.
times. I don't know why the Goldberg story reminded me of when my little cousin was at my house. I don't know why it was just there hanging out or whatever, and he was laying on the bed and he was like he was messing with me. I was sitting there watching TV. He kept messing with me, so like I bounced on the bed and made him bounce. He bounced off the damn wall. It is a vivid memory for me. That dude's a police officer in Indianapolis now. Like,
Oh yeah, you knocked some sense into him right there.
but it was like the most cartoonish of plants.
It always
That is
is.
so funny.
It always is when that person just sticks for that
Yep.
split second.
It's beautiful.
Mhm.
He was not happy. Anyways, we're 24 minutes into this bad boy, man. What we
Yeah.
going on today, man?
Well, now that I got you guys more comfortable with the idea of pain being really funny,
Awesome.
I got a super cool story that you guys.
It is appropriate.
Yeah, it really is appropriate. It's real. I'm gonna burn through this because it's really not a lot, and
Yeah.
it's really a short time span. It's like, within a couple hours, this all happened.
Yeah, 6-hour engagement. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah. So today we're gonna talk about Roy Benavidez. As I
Not
like to
Rico.
I like to call him El Rambo.
Yeah, well, like, because when you first started messaging us about this, like, you said Rico Benavidez. I'm like, man, that doesn't sound familiar. Like,
Yeah.
Whatever. Then I think it was Ben, you were like, dude, like, me, Roy?
Mhm.
Like, oh, I know this
Yeah,
story.
I know this guy.
Yeah.
I know this dude.
I have no idea who this is. I
That's
did
a good one.
zero research.
Oh, yeah, this is perfect.
I'm
then.
ready.
That's a
yeah,
good one.
this is perfect. Roy Benavidez was born August 5th, 1935, to a small community in Cuero, South Texas, to a Mexican sharecropper father and a Yaqui, or is that how you would say it, native? Or Yaqui? It's Yaqui. But his mother was native.
Why?
What was it?
I said probably Yaquai.
Yaqui. Okay. So
If I had to guess.
his father, all Mexican. His mother was all native. His father died of tuberculosis when Roy was about 2 years old, leaving the mother to take care of Roy and his brother, Roger. And then
And always be doing that.
and then his mother also died of tuberculosis 5 years later. This is
She was
around,
like, fuck this
it's like
shit.
1937-ish,
Yeah.
you know?
Sure.
So everybody was just dying.
It's
of
like probably
tuberculosis.
like, I want to say tuberculosis is like getting weeded out.
Well, this
It's not as,
I mean, this
you
is
know,
when they're still calling it consumption. Like this is still a
okay, yeah,
a present threat for them.
yeah.
Or
Was this when
people
they
at
had
that
the
time.
hospitals, the tuberculosis hospitals?
I don't know.
Well, we'll have to do an episode about that one of these days because that shit was wild.
Yeah, that sounds crazy.
like the iron lung.
No, that's polio.
Is that polio?
Yeah.
I just
Anyway.
think of Red Dead Redemption. With
Oh,
tuberculosis.
that's my entire thought whenever I think
Yeah.
tuberculosis. I think about that and then my friend who has it.
Yeah.
Because I know somebody with tuberculosis.
Right? Has it right now?
yeah, he's
What's-
fine.
Okay.
He's fine.
I think the Three Stooges, because what was it? Mo always tells Curly, "Yeah, you got TB." What do you mean TB? Two bellies.
Sensational.
Classic. So this was leaving both of the brothers orphans before they were 10 years old, basically. So he ends up, they get moved to El Campo, Texas, where the grandfather, the aunt, uncle, and if any of you are Mexican, who have grown up Mexican, this is not out of the normal for 12 people to be living under one roof. Cousins, Tio, everybody's in the same house. And the house probably is really small, more than likely. It's more than likely under 1,000 square feet, which is amazing.
All the kids just sleep on blankets in the living room.
Yeah. The couches, floors, yeah, all that stuff. I slept on the couch for a long time before I got to bed. You know, as a teenager, Roy shined shoes, worked at a tire shop, and labored as a migrant farmer while going to school. And this was in various cities because he worked from Texas, New Mexico, Colorado. So this man legitimately held 3 jobs while he was in high school, which is also not untypical for a Mexican.
Yeah.
You know, which is I thought was amazing.
Also, back in the day when you could turn a buck doing almost anything.
Yeah.
legit.
Like, you know, like, Yeah.
Back when the American dream was still alive.
well, when you had shoes that you could actually polish, for instance, you know,
Yeah.
you could make it,
Yeah.
make a buck.
Yeah, the shoe polish thing
that.
sounds so racist, you know, like because I've never had my shoes shined. How did I say that? I just said my
Schoenschein.
shoes shined.
Your Schoenschein.
I think DJ's concussed. From what we don't know, but
I actually didn't smoke weed today. That might be what it is.
Oh, that's
Oh,
that's
that's why.
exactly the problem.
I'm on
That's the
point.
problem.
Do we need like to pause the episode or something?
Yeah.
Like, want to go fix that
We'll be
shit?
right
real
My
quick?
back.
fucking pen real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to have the whole music.
Yeah, I really need to work on that.
please wait while DJ tokes.
And some speculate this is where Roy got his attitude of like real stubborn, hardworking. I'll prove you wrong because he was in South Texas. He's dealing with obvious fucking racism. He's working in farms and like any job you would see, like he's working at a tire shop and at a farm. Like
Mhm.
it's kind of
Sure,
stereotypical. You know what I mean? So this might have been kind of where he
He had
got
a
some of the
taco truck
attitude.
at one point.
Well, you also have the lessons that he learned too from his grandfather. You know, being how to work hard, how to be a hardworking
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
You know, he learned a lot from his grandfather in that regard.
Yeah.
And on top of that, why he ended up with his grandfather too, because of the whole thing with his was it his stepfather? That was I'm not taking care of these damn kids.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, well, you can go.
And see, this is my theory. Everyone's trying to figure out how the Egyptians built pyramids. You know, you goes to Mexico and the Aztecs. The Mexicans did that probably in about 3 fucking days. You know how many sets of shingles a fucking dude can carry up a roof? like
A
on
lot?
a 20-foot ladder. It's amazing.
Show me a
I-
shingled pyramid.
I literally dressed.
I'm just saying. Don't underestimate.
No. I just watched a YouTube video about it was like this whole different theory about how the pyramids were built that I had never heard of before.
Mhm.
It like blew my mind. I was like, that makes perfect
I
sense.
love those when I see something new
I'll
and I'm
tell-
like, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
I'll tell you about it after that.
Fuck
episode.
yeah. Cool. So around 17 and 19, there's different alleged ages he might have joined, but he joined basically for a steady job because he was tired of doing 3 jobs while going to school. I think he had dropped out actually just to work full time because it was like, this is just more profitable and I'm
Well, yeah.
taking care of a whole fucking family.
Right.
you
What am
know?
I gonna do? Go
and
to
that was
college?
that was also the thing back then too, when people did drop
Mhm.
like flies. Yeah,
Yeah.
your dad, your dad didn't make it past 40.
Yeah.
In a lot of cases, not the majority, but enough.
Yeah. Your kids was the workforce kind of.
Oh, absolutely.
To run everything. So around, we'll say 18 years old, he joined the Texas National Guard out of Houston in this is like the mid 1950s. He went active duty, Army infantry, rotated through Korea, Germany, eventually went to airborne school, decided that was what he was going to do. He was basically working his way to be a Green Beret.
Well, and he also fought in Korea.
Right.
he
not just went through because the Korean War is going on at this time.
he was, like I said, this is like mid 1950s.
Well, no, it's 52. So the Korean War was 50 to 53.
Oh, okay. Well, early 1950s. Yeah. So yeah, he basically wanted to be the best soldier he could be. So he, started going to school, going through the process to be a Green Beret. We fast forward a little bit to 1964, his first Vietnam tour, because he went there twice. Right out the gate, he walks onto a landmine.
Oh shit.
Yeah. The blast wrecked his spine, his legs. Doctors told him he'd never walk again. And they basically started papers to do a medical discharge.
So the
Oh,
reason
man.
why he didn't lose his legs, to get a little bit more detail into
Mhm.
that. So essentially, there's so a landmine. Obviously, you press out on it. It's pretty much a grenade in the ground, so it's meant to explode up, out, fragments, all that. Well, the problem is that it actually wasn't. It was faulty the one he stepped on.
Mm.
So he did step on a landmine, but instead of it fragmenting like it's supposed to, the theory is the plate that he stepped on didn't explode.
Mm.
So he just got hit essentially in his ass very hard by an exploding plate
That's
Damn.
amazing.
that busted his back and his spine and all that shit. So that's
Jeez.
why at the time they thought he was never gonna walk again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how the Vietnamese say welcome to our country, but I know what it sounds like.
Oh yes, the trees are talking.
You really got to see a picture of Roy because he looks like somebody Steele who grills fucking mean
Oh,
on a
sure.
cheddar. Like,
He probably does.
he
No,
looks
that's-
like a hard-working,
No, that's like my favorite thing about any of these like unkillable people stories is
Mhm.
they all look like people that we know.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like
that-
people that we've come
Oh, yeah.
across.
A guy
in
you
our-
see at
in
the
our
bar every
lives.
Wednesday,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he does.
Yeah.
Look up, like Carlos Hathcock. Anytime he looks like anybody's
That
grandfather.
is
Yeah.
so.
Oh yeah, then he
For
starts talking
instance.
about his stories. It's like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also
But-
not an embellisher, but
Right, true.
Yeah.
But yeah, so with Roy, because he that's part of the reason why that's
Yeah.
how he had his legs still.
Mhm.
Because you think about a landmine, you think he's gonna lose one of them,
Yeah. The whole bottom
At-
half's
at
probably.
least.
you would
Right.
think, yeah.
But if you're the one stepping on him,
Right.
that's
So legitimately, the doctors were like, "We're gonna serve this man his disability, his discharge, honorable discharge, medical. I don't know what you call that.
medical discharge.
Yeah, basically, let's give him his pension and he's done. Roy overheard this, and with his background, he was like, "Fuck no, they're not gonna pension me the fuck out of here." So at night, he would drag himself out of bed, fall to the floor, crawl, forcing his legs to take weight again. And he would do this countless times. And they would find him, assuming he had fallen, put him back in his bed, and he would just do it again and again and again.
So, what do you think the Mexican version of the Terminator theme song sounds like?
Jeez.
You just got to play it out of fucking horn, man. That's all it is.
Yeah,
Just put it out.
there is obviously a trumpet.
Yeah, get a trumpet.
There
Just
is
get a trumpet.
obviously
What's
an
it-
accordion.
What takes place with the dun dun? Wah, wah.
Oh, I would have to work on that.
Yeah.
That's I mean, yeah, sure, Rambo, but I think it's a Mexican Terminator. If I got to be honest.
Yeah. So Roy carried this on for a long time, like just about under a year.
Yeah, he said no to paralysis, basically.
He was refusing that. He was so Mexican. He was like, I can't retire. What do you mean? I got to make money. Like I got to work.
Well, that's like so that's like a legitimate thing. So like if like medically, if your spine is like fucked up enough to where you lose the use of your legs, but it's not completely severed, you can regain the use of your legs because the neural pathways that you normally use for your legs, those are jacked, those are done. But you can create, because your spine is not completely severed, you can create new neural pathways. But the only way to do that is to basically like force yourself to walk. So like you have to like
be a baby.
Yes, you basically have to like retrain your brain to walk with completely new neural pathways that like aren't for that.
Yeah.
So yeah, he basically did exactly what he.
So the guys and the ladies with the handrails and and what have you that you see at rehabs.
But he did it by himself in the middle of the night, so nobody would catch him.
Yeah.
For a year straight.
They're like picking him up, putting him back in bed. He's like, no.
You just hear him cussing in Spanish every night, just like "puta la madre." Like, God damn it, Roy!
How does he keep getting over here?
And what was cool though too is like obviously he's practicing this at night. He's not alone in these rooms either, and nobody else in those rooms snitched on him.
They just hear like a thud, and they just.
Well, it's actually at the time the people that were in the room with him were cheering him on. They're like, dude, like they not only were cheering for him, they also never snitched on him.
Yeah,
to the doctors.
Yeah.
Except for that
Well,
first,
they had money on it.
Except
gambling.
What else are you gonna do? Except for that first night, they heard that thud when something's loose.
Oh man! So, like I said, after about a year of this, he got back to full duty and then qualified for Special Forces, finally becoming a Green Beret. Which is fucking like kind of crazy that they were like, "Yeah, you're done for, buddy," and then a year later he becomes full duty Green Beret.
Damn.
Wild.
Also, they were pretty brand new at the time too. They again stood up in 1952 and whatnot, and so I mean they were definitely super experimental still because this is their first like full-fledged conflict.
Yeah. Yeah, there's different, because I watch videos on that all the time, and there was one of them where it was like they take in anybody. Like, you can sign up and go through their training thing. You don't even have to be military. And I was like, that's kind of crazy. I forgot which one it was, though.
Yeah, they were trying to catch up with the SAS.
Yeah.
Because they already exist, and they saw how they did in World War II and wanted to emulate, not emulate the SAS. That's what Delta Force got stood up for, but emulate the Special Operations section that we were lacking.
Okay, now we're going to get into the juice of it. It's called 6 Hours in Hell.
I don't want to hear juice ever again after the cow thing.
I'm going to squeeze a lot of it out right now.
Mommy, what's that man doing? He's juicing a cow.
God damn.
What else would you call it?
Milking?
No, wait, if you don't want to use the word milk, how would you describe milk?
Extracting.
No, like the
Power
actual,
water.
the physical.
Get on with it, DJ.
All right, so this is May 2nd, 1968. This is his second deployment into Vietnam. Roy is now a staff sergeant with Detachment B-56, the 5th Special Forces Group. On the morning of May 2nd, 1968, a 12-man Special Forces recon team consisting of 3 Americans and 9 indigenous Montagnard and Nung fighters. They get sent on this mission into very dense jungle, Loc 9, I think it's called, Loc Ninh, to basically sniff out a large Vietnamese army force. Yeah. They land in a hornet's nest with around 1,000 Vietnamese soldiers. And they, become under fire, and they basically get trapped, these 12 soldiers.
Shit.
Roy is back at camp. He was not on this helicopter, coming from a Catholic mass, of course. Which is, I thought was hilarious. The Mexican dudes that fucking...
That makes too much sense.
Yeah. He hears the radio traffic and recognizes that one of the voices is actually somebody he knows, which is a Staff Sergeant Leroy Wright, and he hears the calls. And so basically he grabs his medical supplies, he grabs his rifle, and he jumps on.
No.
He
forgot his gun.
No, he doesn't forget his gun yet. He brings his rifle on the helicopter, but that's not when he forgets his gun. He brought everything initially. It's when he
Okay.
hops off the helicopter
okay.
that he
left
brings
it on the
nothing but his
helicopter.
medical stuff. Yeah.
Ah, my bad.
So he grabs everything,
Classic.
gets on the helicopter, and he's the only person that, because basically this is like the third attempt that they're going to save the special
shit.
forces.
Okay.
And Benavidez basically goes to the pilot and he was like, let's fucking go,
Mhm.
And they were like, all right, So they drop him off and basically they take fire before they even land. Like they open the door, the gunner gets shot. Benavidez has to jump out at this point, which is where he doesn't bring his rifle. He doesn't bring any gun. He actually
Mhm.
only has his medical supplies at this point.
So,
And a knife.
so side note,
And a knife, yeah.
Side note, real quick. Has everybody seen We Were Soldiers?
I have not.
You have not. You should watch it.
You should watch it.
It's
Yeah.
Before Mel Gibson lost his fucking mind.
if there's a movie that shows how hazardous landing in helicopters was, especially at this time when it was like brand new technology, well, at least for the military, everything, that's the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that is the movie that shows like how hazardous helicopter landings were for Vietnam.
Yeah. And like I said, you're getting under fire. And like, it's like as soon as they open the door, it's like first guy dead and him jumping out. It's like, what would you do? You know what I mean? Like, unless you were gripping everything super
yeah.
tight,
I mean, it's
coming
same
out of
thing
there.
as D-Day, just go.
Yeah,
Probably
exactly.
Go, oh,
Just go.
shit.
Wish
and
for the
then
best.
just jump.
As soon as those boats open, just do your best to run.
Yeah. So at this point, Roy has about a 75-meter dash to reach the team where they are, where he immediately gets shot 2 times.
Oh damn.
Yeah, pretty much right out the gates. He's hitting the right leg, the face, actually 3 times, and in the head.
Holy
Keeps
shit.
going, and at this point, he starts crawling and doing low sprints.
Yeah.
With the 3 injuries at this time, he reaches the team and immediately starts collecting bodies because most of them are dead already.
Mm.
Well, I shouldn't say most. I think about 4 of them are already dead at this point when he gets there. So he starts collecting soldiers and trying to bring them back to the helicopter one by one, literally dragging dead soldiers and living soldiers over his shoulder, taking fire while dragging them back
Damn.
one by one. Like I said, this is a 75-meter dash.
If he was using their bodies as like a shield.
I've got another Schwarzenegger comment on this. I feel like there might be a North Vietnamese movie out there where he's Predator, and there's 6 North Vietnamese
Oh,
going.
my
If
God.
it bleeds, we can kill it, and they didn't.
Well, either it will be him or what was his name? The white feather dude.
Hathcock.
Yeah, Hancock.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of those 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so like I said, he shows up to the team, kind of gets everyone in a tighter perimeter, starts basically distributing ammo, telling whoever's alive, this is what we got to do. There's a helicopter coming, and he's going to start dragging body back. When that helicopter lands, it's immediately the same thing. It's just another fucking kill zone. So as these helicopters are coming in, they're also like, fuck no, and kind of like, drifting off. So the first helicopter goes down. The first rescue helicopter, which also at this point adds more victims to this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
So, which is the hilarious part, that he went in for a rescue mission and like he leaves with more casualties
oh my god.
than he went in to save, for sure.
He should have just like not even bothered.
So like I said, the helicopter crashes and Roy darts back and forth again, pulling the new casualties into cover into another tight perimeter. So now he's got a second group of people that he is also saving. While still taking enemy fire.
He's cussing them out so bad. He's like, God damn it.
There was he was quoted saying that he was praying, like doing the Hail Mary so times that it like he felt like his arm was like a propeller blade. Like he would just fucking, because like basically he would get shot and he'd be like, adios, amigos. It's like pray real quick.
He's like got his crucifix and he's just like,
Yeah. Not only is he doing all this, he's also calling in air defense. He's calling in airstrikes. And I forgot what the term is called, but basically you call in this airstrike that's basically like just dump it right on top of us, where they're just gonna obliterate the whole area. And he was doing that the whole time. Like I say, he was distributing ammo, which he was probably stealing from all of the fucking Viet Congs he was also shooting, which I will get to here in a second. At one point while he's dragging,
Can't not stop you there because unless he was stealing rifles, that doesn't track.
Yeah, it's two different type of ammo.
Is different.
Well, AK-47 specifically is what he was going to be using.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what he was taking.
But if
like
he's dishing ammo out to friendly troops, they have to,
well,
have
he's taking the
AKs.
bodies of whatever soldiers are there, dead
Mhm.
bodies, and he's basically like, okay, everybody, get your shit. Who has from the dead bodies to everybody?
So
that's
he's
good,
handing out
you know?
AKs to Americans?
No, he's handing the dead American soldiers the live American soldier guns. He's just distributing the
Okay.
ammo,
No.
evening it
He's
out.
like,
Okay,
this
no,
guy's
that's
dead.
what I'm saying.
He doesn't need
Yeah.
his gun anymore.
Yeah,
Here you
but
go.
he can't steal from the Vietnamese.
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
Oh shit.
So at one point while dragging one of the soldiers back, he actually gets clubbed in the head by a Vietnamese soldier who was playing dead. So the Vietnamese soldier clubs him in the back of the, not the back of the head, in the side of the face with a rifle, breaks his jaw.
Oh my god. He's already been shot in the face.
Yeah, he already has
Oh my
several
God.
bullet wounds
He's
at
got
this
both
point.
ends of the gun now.
And he has a body on his shoulders at this point. So he gets butted with the rifle, breaks his jaw, and then after he actually like figures out and goes into a defensive mode, the guy strikes him with a bayonet, basically slicing his forearm, like wide the fuck open. And then Benavidez stabbed the fuck out of him with his Bowie knife.
Hence why I wanted to make sure that you mentioned that he grabbed his knife on the plane. He did use it. It comes in handy later. So I'm going to need this.
This is a tool for later.
Exactly.
How much you want to bet when he got back from the service, the first person that complained about Mondays, he punched their lights out?
There's so much even funnier stuff about when he gets back that I'll get to, which is hilarious. So at this point, he's been shot multiple times. He's been hit by grenade shrapnel. He's been stabbed with a bayonet. He's been beaten with a rifle. He's been calling in airstrikes. He's been using morphine to help himself. He's been praying the whole fucking
Stubbed
time.
his toe.
I was thinking of Forrest Gump when he was carrying out Bubba, and he's like,
Yeah,
"Something
yeah.
bit me."
Something bit me. That's what Forrest
actually
Gump did
kinda
though,
happens
because
later.
he
Yeah.
was pulling everybody
Lieutenant
out.
Dan.
Yeah,
That's
there's
what-
so many
That's
movies.
what I was thinking of with the,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, there's a lot of movies that take reference from a lot of Vietnamese, just awesome stories from
Yeah.
soldiers. But this guy in particular, there's a lot of movies you can see, like Rambo. What the fuck did we just mention? We just mentioned another
Forrest
one.
Gump.
Terminator.
Forrest Gump.
Oh,
Yeah,
Forrest Gump.
yeah. There was a lot of movies that just had little references,
Yeah.
like that were like kind of odes to this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because
That-
that's like almost exactly what happens in Forrest Gump. Is he's like going back and carrying the guys.
Yeah, like I said, it's so many movies I think took like a good reference from
Yeah.
just this little 6-hour spurt, you know. A final helicopter manages to land. Roy is still making repeated trips, dragging surviving members, dead members, and two main reasons he also grabs all the dead members. Number one, to bring back the soldiers' bodies. Number two, because there was very valuable information that these soldiers had, coordinates, call names, things like that he did not want to get to the enemy.
So, and that's to add a little bit of context to, well, for one reason why there was only 12 dudes versus 1,000, is because we've talked about this before on the podcast. I think we had an episode about Mac v. Sog.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, so he was part of that. And they were doing a lot of operations in Cambodia because they weren't supposed to be there. So that's why it was like a handful of dudes versus a lot of dudes versus a lot of dudes.
Yep.
Yeah.
So he
Cambodia
was part
and Laos.
yeah, and Laos as well. Yes. So essentially, we have another episode about it. If you want to learn more about that, watch that episode. But a very, very brief overview of that is because of their secret operations. So they were a secret operations group because they weren't supposed to be there in the first place. That's why they had this that paperwork that you're referring to. That's why there was only a handful of them, and that's why even a handful of them versus 1,000 Vietnamese or Viet Cong is not a fair fight for the Viet Cong.
Yeah.
Like it's just.
Could you imagine being a Vietnamese side, be like calling your sergeant, be like, "We're running out of bullets here."
We're running out of men.
Like,
So
I've shot him like fucking 30 times.
when you okay, so if you go on YouTube, just to break away for a second, when you if you go on YouTube, some of the most some of the most insane stories are from these guys that are opening up now because so much is being declassified because it's 50 years later.
Right.
And everything. And there's one guy in particular. If you find him, you'll kind of find the rest. And it's John Stryker. Something. His last name escapes me. But if you search that, YouTube will probably finish it for you. John Stryker something or other. And the amount of ammo that they would carry, like they don't have food, essentially, is what it is. Like they take the food out of the equation, replace it with ammo, and maybe take a little water. and then that's it. So
That's it.
you're talking about, people that that I think the average loadout today is usually 7 magazines. So that's 7 magazines of 30. So that's 210 rounds, right? Some of them would carry upwards of 500 or 600 rounds on their person. And that's just one of them. And then, so, the typical MACV SOG team being 3 Americans, 3 Indige, and multiply that by 6. That's a lot of firepower.
Yeah, I just Googled it real quick. The average ammunition carried by a MACV SOG member was totally between 600 and 1,000 rounds per man.
There you go.
Which again, that's why I said before, like if you're talking about MACV SOG versus the Viet Cong, even with that many numbers, that's not enough. Like we're talking about the best of the best, the baddest ass of the baddest asses America had. We're over there doing that.
And I don't think anybody was expecting a Roy Benavidez.
Nope.
No.
Yeah.
No, they weren't.
And that's only counting bullets. That's not counting grenades. I mean, they went nuts with grenades and then actual launched grenades for their M79s and everything. So it's like, I mean, they had bullets and water or ammunition and water. That's about it.
So they carried about 10 to 12 grenades each.
Yes, and that's
the grenade belt. Yeah,
and again, that's just the hand grenades. That's not counting the actual grenade rounds for the launcher.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good. It's like because I thought of how many movies have badass Mexican lead characters who are just like Desperado, the Split movie that they did, Robert Rodriguez and Quentin Tarantino, El Rey. He was like just Machete. Like just these crazy characters are like, you can't fucking kill them. They shoot everybody. They don't miss. Everybody dies in a horrible way.
I just literally just last night I went down memory lane. Not exactly the same because it's in the 1800s, but I had a happy trip down memory lane yesterday because The Mask of Zorro was on YouTube for free.
Oh, nice.
I probably haven't seen that since I was a teenager.
Yeah,
I'm like, I remember this.
That was a good one,
and that actually held up. It was a good movie.
So I mentioned he got attacked by the soldier with the bayonet. That's where he gets a gun. He steals this gun, and as he's carrying soldiers back, he's with the other hand firing back at the Vietnamese soldiers. So he finally gets back to the helicopter, and he finally makes it back. Let's go over the wounds here, because there's a lot. He ends up having 37 different bullet wounds.
Oh, God.
Shrapnel, bayonets, blunt trauma, some burning, and severe blood loss. When they had landed back at the base, medics actually thought he was dead because he was covered in so much blood.
Oh, my God.
I'm so exhausted.
And so they started zipping up the body bag.
No. What?
And as they're zipping up the body bag, Benavidez uses the only hole on his body that wasn't put in him by a fucking Vietnamese person and spit blood in the doctor's face.
He's like, hey, asshole.
Well, he couldn't speak because his jaw was broken.
Yeah.
He had a broken jaw this entire time. His jaw was broke on top of that. So all he could do was spit at him.
Unzip the bag, and he's just laying there like.
And Benavidez makes a full recovery. Takes him 2 years in Army hospitals. He recovers. He gets 4 Purple Hearts. He gets a Distinguished Service Cross. And you got to understand, at this point, there are no witnesses. There's one person, I believe, that had survived that was able to corroborate
didn't
this.
Save anybody?
No, he saved a bunch.
He saved a few people, but
actually being near him or conscious, or
Okay.
of seeing,
Right.
they were either incapacitated or he had already took them to the helicopter.
Yeah.
But there was one witness I'll get into here in a little bit, because he did not receive the Medal of Honor right away. Simply because nobody had seen.
Nobody
That
knew what
was
he
kind
did.
of a two-parter though too, because one, nobody saw it, and then 2, because they weren't supposed to be there in the first place.
Yeah, that was another point. Yeah. Which is like, I don't know why that's so fucking hilarious to me. That, like I said, he went in and came back with like more dead people than he came to fucking save. It's fucking amazing. So we're gonna fast forward a little bit. On February 24th, 1981, President Ronald Reagan presents him with the Medal of Honor because they had found a soldier who was able to corroborate everything that happened and who also said, you guys actually don't even know the full story. There was way more, which I don't have the details of. I really don't think there was anything like proven of what he said.
They could have probably gone and asked the Vietnamese.
Yeah. So it wasn't 4 Purple Hearts; it was 2 Purple Hearts.
Wait, you're telling me that was one guy? we didn't know that.
Did you just open in the helicopter door? There's just like a mountain of dead bodies, and Benavidez is there, like just covered in blood.
What's Spanish for "this is Sparta"?
Yeah, it's
The one guy who was a witness was just like hiding in the bushes off to the side, like.
I'm more scared of him than the Vietnamese.
Like it's not fucking Cinco de Mayo yet, buddy.
Like all I smelled was arrachera and fear.
So he ended up, like I said, it was 2 Purple Hearts, not 4. I'm sorry about that. So he had 2 Purple Hearts, the Bronze Star, the Distinguished Service Cross, and a Medal of Honor. He ended up being medically retired as a Master Sergeant. He ends up becoming a public speaker at schools and veteran events. Basically, stay in school, kids.
Just him talking about this incident to a
You see these
classroom
holes?
of, like, fifth
You want to see
graders?
you want to see what Vietnam was like?
They got a little place for people that don't stay in school. It's called Vietnam.
Oh, man.
In the early 1980s, he lobbied in Congress maintain disability benefits for Vietnam veterans,
Oh, my Lord.
which is really cool.
What if Hank Hill? They redid King of the Hill and they made Hank Mexican.
Oh my
and
god!
Cotton is this guy instead of Cotton.
Hector of the Hill.
Remember what's his face is Laotian.
Oh my god, man. Yeah, that would be perfect. Roy Benavidez eventually dies due to diabetes, November 29th, 1998.
Of course. Nothing could kill him except the beaties.
True Mexican right there, man. The bad diet couldn't,
Yep.
nothing was going to stop that. Yeah, so that's the story of Roy Benavidez. Like I said, there was a bunch of movies that like took reference from this. Rambo was probably one of the biggest ones you would think of right off the bat. Just because of this man shooting one-armed with a fucking AK while also holding maybe a lifeless body.
Who knows?
With 37 fucking bullet wounds in him.
I mean, a body regardless, so it's impressive.
Yeah, that's crazy. I wish I had something from like the Vietnamese side. Like somebody who saw that, like just to be like, yeah, that shit was crazy.
Yeah, it's that's gonna be a tough one because I mean one of the things, especially about any war, especially when they're on the receiving end, is they usually try to embellish it the other way.
Yeah.
So like when you mentioned the thing about like for his Medal of Honor, you need to have like somebody there to witness it. It's the same thing with like any kind of pilot. So if you want to become a pilot ace, you have to have somebody to say like, yeah, he totally did that. He totally shot that plane down.
Yeah.
But you can't corroborate the enemy side because like that guy. Man, fuck that guy.
We got lucky.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like they're not gonna give you the full story. Like they're never gonna give you the full story because they're on the receiving end of the stick.
Yeah. And I actually don't know how many people he killed.
I mean, he probably does.
Probably doesn't have no idea. I mean,
there's an element of just shooting blindly into the jungle. Just
he can't. There's so much blood in his face. He just can't fucking see anything. Yeah, there's so many scenes. Tropic Thunder was the one I thought of the most when Ben Stiller's running back to the helicopter and just getting lit the fuck up. And they do the slow motion when he like goes to his knees. And, like it's like a 3-minute scene.
Yeah. Well, that was taken from Platoon, but
from Platoon.
Yeah, and I was just like, because like, there's so many movies that do the helicopter.
Well, that dude didn't make it, but spoiler alert for those who haven't watched Platoon. But
Willem Dafoe down.
Dafoe done died. But yeah, that was actually a pretty good movie too.
Oh, that's a great movie.
I haven't watched that movie in forever.
I didn't know until recently in life that Oliver Stone based that on his Vietnam time.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I didn't even know Oliver Stone was a vet.
Yeah, so many people are.
Yeah,
especially around that era. I mean, like I was thinking about when we had mentioned this topic today. I was thinking about my family. Like out of all of my uncles, my dad was 2 years too young to serve, but everybody else did. So like all my uncles are Vietnam veterans.
Oh.
Every single one of them. So thankfully they all made it back, which is nice. But
my great uncle, my grandpa's sister's husband was a Vietnam veteran, and he had like terrible, terrible PTSD.
Yeah.
And they used to tell us about it. Like my great aunt would tell us about how he would like have these nightmares and just like wake up in the middle of the night like screaming and freaking out and all that crazy shit.
Yeah.
He was like the kindest human being you've ever met though too. He wasn't like hardened or anything.
Shit, I just unlocked something. That was back when they still called it the syndrome.
I thought it was like shell shock.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's
Yeah, 'cause
that's from World War One,
Oh,
but
okay.
like post Vietnam up to like our time when we were kids, you read about the syndrome because those were
Yeah.
That's so ominous sounding.
with well,
Yeah, it
it
really
was
is.
it was short for Vietnam syndrome.
I
That's
remember
what-
us
that's what they
having
were
this
calling it.
discussion because I thought it was always called shell shock,
Yeah.
and he had mentioned that.
Yeah, and I honestly hadn't even thought about that for a long time because up until the Gulf War, those were the vets,
Yeah.
and so
Yeah.
that word stuck around for a long
Mhm.
time.
Mhm.
And then actually, when I was young, my neighbor Denny, literally the guy who, I mean, my dad helped because he went with, but literally the guy that got me into shooting, was a Vietnam vet, and to the point that the first, he's no longer with us sadly, but the day I bought my first rifle, I went over to his house before I went home to show him I bought a rifle. And it was interesting because when he bought a handguard for one of his, it was so weird. I'll never forget it. It's one of my favorite memories in my entire life. And it was the first time he asked me to show him how to do something because he didn't know how to put a different handguard onto one of his rifles. So I was like, I'm an adult. And like,
I'll learn you.
I say it jokingly because it's actually like super emotional memory for me. But
Yeah.
if I don't joke about it, it's not pretty.
Hmm.
But
You're gonna catch Ben crying on camera.
yeah, it ain't gonna happen. if it was
Again?
if it was gonna happen, it would happen on the adoption episode.
Yeah, fair enough.
But yeah, I'll never forget that. Never forget that, man.
And actually, you mentioned you had touched on this earlier too. I wanted to revisit that because the government does not love its veterans, and proof of that was actually when Roy Benavidez had to come out to actually get veteran benefits
Mm-hmm.
to stay because it was who was it again? Was it Reagan?
Reagan.
Yeah, that was that were actually actively trying to take away benefits from Vietnam veterans.
Yeah.
Actually, I think it was it just Vietnam or was it all? I can't remember which one it was, but
I would
but
assume.
yeah, like
probably.
he almost lost his benefits. Like this dude, and then not
That's
just him,
nuts.
all of them almost lost their benefits. He obviously being a recipient of not only so many awards but the Medal of Honor, came out and was an advocate for all these veterans to actually make sure they kept their benefits.
He's like, I did not get shot 38 goddamn times.
I'm imagining he just goes up to the podium, he just takes off his shirt, and
Yeah.
everyone's like, "Oh!"
I want my money. Puts
And
back on.
it's kind of a tangent, but recently in life, I didn't notice when I was younger, but if you get the Medal of Honor, like if he had gotten it, earlier in his career, where and maybe not so badly wounded, also
Mhm.
to where he's gonna leave, but like once you have the Medal of Honor, like most of them do not stay in the service, and main reason is because you get sent to the back of the line for everything for safety. So you can't.
Oh, wow.
So you can't be captured
or killed, yeah.
or killed. But I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
I don't mean this way, but being killed is almost being better than being captured.
Yeah.
From the view of enemy propaganda.
Oh yeah, Danny the
Because-
Boo Boo, I have your hero.
Yeah, and obviously I only
In
mean it.
Vietnamese.
I only mean it in that sense, but yeah, so yeah, a lot of them get out because life is just boring in
Yeah.
the service for them, and
Yeah.
once they have it. Which
Well,
you
a
know,
lot of it's funny you mentioned propaganda because America does the same thing. They'll use these heroes for propaganda again.
oh yeah, big time.
I mean, just like the guy who Roy looked up to, what was his name? The dude from Audie Murphy.
Mm-hmm.
Audie Murphy, who won the Medal of Honor World War II, was who Roy looked up to as far as as his role model in the military, and when he won the Medal of Honor was taken out and was sent around the country to drive war bonds and get more money from
Yeah.
the military and shit, and also
He-
acted in a movie about himself.
He was, yeah, he was Captain America.
He was.
Like,
He,
he
the
was
original Captain America.
Yeah, the real Captain
Which I don't think we
America.
ever talked about him on the podcast, have we? Audie
Well,
Murphy?
no, I mean, it's not super obscure. Pretty much everybody knows Audie
There-
Murphy.
I would
but
hope so, yeah.
But we still, I mean, we could.
Is there
Yeah,
a
maybe.
Mexican Marvel superhero? There needs to be, if not.
I don't know, man. We're in the middle of Black History Month. I ain't thinking about that.
I'm not the
Yeah.
I'm not the right one to ask. But
I actually I'm more DC than Marvel.
Mm.
So
I'm sure there is.
Isn't Danny Trejo in one of the Marvel movies doing something?
Machete in the
Machete.
MCU.
I don't know if that's Marvel.
Avengers assemble and Machete.
thought he
Oh
was-
my god! If one of those portals had opened,
He's just got Nick and Lemon out of it.
oh man. Yeah, I'm actually actively trying to remember if there's. I can't think of one readily off the top of my head in
Yeah.
Marvel.
Yeah, I was thinking
But
That's
about
actually
that.
kind of
But,
fucked
I mean,
up.
if you zoom out and look at the cast of characters in either universe, it's ridiculous. So I have to imagine there's one.
I know there was an X-Men, but I can't remember which one it was.
He better be an awesome fucking character if there is.
I'm looking it up because, like, I actually like I would hate to just not know that now.
Like that's who they need to base a superhero after.
But again, I'm more DC anyways. Like when it
Yeah.
comes to like DC comics, I think about that first. Okay, well, all right, that's kind of cheating because he's half, but Miles Morales,
Miles Morales. I
Spider-Man,
mean,
yeah,
Oh,
because he's
yeah.
half black, half
but
half
that's kind
Hispanic.
of like the closest. There's like nothing.
Yeah, that's really
There's
bad
like-
actually.
Found a little hole
Oh,
here.
yeah,
Oh yeah, Robbie
Blue,
Reyes,
Blue
the
Beetle.
Blue Beetle.
Blue
No,
Beetle.
That's
That
DC.
was, yeah, and that was just in theaters a couple years ago.
Yeah,
I
but
saw
that's
the trailer
also
for it.
DC. I was
Well,
trying to
I-
think of Marvel though.
Yeah.
I just went comic
But
book characters
the,
to kind of thin it.
The current Ghost Rider, Robbie Reyes,
Yeah.
is his I forgot about him. He's actually pretty good. I like him. I like the last one a little better, but that's just me. Yeah.
This one's my favorite. Mexican Superman.
See,
El Superman.
A version of Superman from Justice League Gods and Monsters with a distinct Mexican background.
yeah, because his outfit is actually
Yeah.
the colors from Mexico too.
Yeah.
Need to
Have
do
you
El
have you
Rambo.
ever seen that Red Sun?
Yeah,
That was kind of cool.
I like that a lot. Yeah, the Russian Superman.
Yeah, if Superman had landed in Russia instead of the U.S.
Ah.
Yeah, and raised as a Soviet.
Yeah, that was a good one.
I think
Oh,
I
yes.
actually have an action
This
figure
is
of
like
that.
it's like a very underrepresented.
Yeah, I think we found a problem here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, Spider-Man 2099. I forgot. Yeah, Miguel. Yeah, it's the Irish. He's also Irish Mexican though. He's not even full Mexican.
Oh,
Mm.
Wild Side from the X-Men.
Wild Side. Thank you.
Shape
There's
shift.
an X-Men. I knew it.
Mm.
Shapeshifter.
God
Mhm.
damn, I freaking knew it. Knew it was one of them. Motherfucker. Anyways, all right. Sorry. Yeah, I think we found a problem.
Yeah,
Marvel
I
fix it.
think
Found
we
a
did.
hole here.
We found a
I
fucking
think we
problem.
really did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
that's sad.
thinking about that yesterday when I was just like, looking up stuff on this, and I was like, man, this is like a fucking like a superhero story.
Yeah, it is
like-
for sure.
How about Aztec? Does that mean anything? Aztec spelled with a K?
With a K.
I don't recognize it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Not sure on that one. Yeah, it's we've now just so Required Taste Podcast has discovered that there is a severe lack
Never
of,
mind.
of
It's DC.
okay.
I still
There's
don't
a
know,
severe
but-
lack of Hispanic representation in comic books.
Yeah.
And also try to think about a black superhero that does not have electric powers. Anyways, it's a short list.
Frozone.
It's a short list. But it's a short list of black superheroes that aren't electric power based. Anywho, moving
Frozone
on.
is all I can think of right now.
Yeah, it's not bad actually.
It's more impressive how quick you
That
went to throw-
Frozone, yeah.
Yeah, that you threw out for
Yeah, that was good.
He's one of my favorites.
Where's my super
Where's
suit?
my super suit?
I get it.
Because
Feel
you
that
know
in my soul.
the unrated DVD version is bitch. Where's my super suit?
Oh man. All right. Well, is there anything else you want to add to that, by the way?
No,
Or
that was it,
We're good? All right, cool.
That was an awesome story.
That's a good one.
Yeah, quick little hitter.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. Mhm.
Well, if you made it this far in the episode, we appreciate giving us a listen to. As per usual, we are going to be doing, well, as I mentioned before, in the beginning of the episode at least, we're going to be doing a bi-weekly episode. So this will be coming out probably next week, I guess, or a week after. Who knows? Whatever. Anyways, I'll figure it out. If you made it this far, we do appreciate them giving us a listen to. Give us a like, share, follow on all of our social medias to keep up with us. With us doing bi-weekly episodes, you might not hear about it. You might not see it when it comes up. So if you're following us, you won't miss it because we're not going to be around as much.
Mhm.
And we appreciate that. If you would do that for us, Check out our merch. I have a list of brand new t-shirts I'm going to be making very soon. They are all hilarious, and I think you will all like them. Other than that, we appreciate it, and y'all be cool.
Thanks, guys.